Okay, take two. We got this. I have no idea what happened, but according to some testing, my internet was perfectly fine with 50 megabits per second up, which I actually shouldn't be getting. Thank you, Ikabe. That is very helpful. OBS for some reason was not being able to upload the stream data, rebooted the entire PC, updated OBS, and the good benefit out of it is that the transparency for the chat window is once again working after not working for like a couple months now. So that makes me really happy. What we're gonna do is what we have been doing for the past two streams. We're gonna continue playing Code Vein. Last stream, I was quite certain we were approaching to the end of the game since we were kind of solving the personal character arcs of our individual companion characters, but it seems like we still have quite a way to go. Yesterday I was gonna stream, but I decided not to, personal reasons, but we played a bit of multiplayer with Scrambled, which allowed me to obtain some additional items to upgrade my Impaler stun to +7, which makes me very happy. However, I'm still lacking the materials for my Night Spear armor, so that's a bit of a shame, but that's going to fix itself over time. The thing I have figured out while playing multiplayer with Scrambled is that I actually need to continue the main campaign to be able to unlock the dungeons that will give me these upgrade materials, as well as some other things for a specific multiplayer trophy. So that is what we're doing today. We're continuing the story. Have I been using this t-shirt as a little cushion for my... Yeah, throw it on the bed. I don't need it right now. Hey Haruka, how are you doing? It's been a while since I saw you. Welcome back, welcome back. The problem is we have played a bunch of dungeons yesterday and I completely forgot what I was doing at the time. We need to rescue Eva, investigate Ridge of Frozen Souls. Ridge of Frozen Souls, isn't that kinda sorta the previous map I was on? Sure, I guess we'll do that. Old man Turk, you say? Sure, I'll take it. Ridge of Frozen Souls. The problem is I don't know where I'm supposed to investigate exactly, so how about we go to the very beginning and just go through the entire map, unless I have a proper waypoint marker. We'll see about that. How's everyone doing, by the way? Since we had technical difficulties and most of the notifications were probably sent out for the previous streaming session, I would really appreciate if you could just hit the like button, you know, maybe help with the algorithm to make up for the lost thing we suffered just 15 minutes ago. That would be very swell. Is that even still a word? I feel like that Jet video with Shadow changing the subtitles on Sonic. Out of touch with the current lingo. Oh, I was also able to level up a bit more, so I'm probably gonna have a slightly easier time for a short bit, which makes me really happy. Although playing that much dungeon content made me a bit more attuned to combat and dodge timing, even when I'm not looking at the enemies, especially the ones that are shooting. Allows me to be a bit more wary. Ah! Barely remember the collapsing block over there. Good job, me. You can see just one day, just 2-3 hours of dungeon playing really helps you get good, which I'm very happy about. Everyone should subscribe for the 1-minute stream. Hello. Thank you, appreciate it. I love my stun lance, I'll be perfectly honest. I'm just gonna go back ever so slightly, because that is an alternate path, and I am not exactly sure where I'm supposed to save Eva. I don't think it is the icon that's visible at the end of the map. That's just a regular side quest, I presume. Oh, okay. That was bad goal. I should be rolling. Roll. Hey Val, how you doing? That was a very manly. I have plenty of manly screams. Thank you very much. We're just gonna explore the entire area as much as I can to find where I'm exactly supposed to save this Eva person. Eva always reminds me of Oban Star-Racers, a personal favorite of mine from my childhood. It's an anime from France. If you didn't know, France is very much involved with anime stuff. They love it. They have a huge anime culture. And this guy, Savin, if I'm not mispronouncing his name, I am not good with French pronunciations. He is a very well-known person. He was involved with a lot of anime, and Oban Star-Racers was one of his creations. I absolutely loved this series back when I was a kid. So if you haven't watched it, I strongly recommend it. Hey. You're not gonna fool me once, but you may just end up fooling me twice. Somehow. I got this. This is easy. If I just don't cause my own demise, that would be lovely. Also, just want to say hello for Cody. He's not himself at the moment. Oh, is he alright? Say hi to him from me as well. Hope he's doing good. Oh, and you tell Ped hi from me as well, Val. I appreciate it. Doing good myself. We suddenly bought Kostic, so that was a huge surprise. I was talking to Nick earlier today, since he is the dedicated football person for me to get updated opinions on players from. So this morning I woke up, and as usual I'm just going through Reddit to catch up with stuff I missed, various subreddits. When I arrived on the Fenerbahce subreddit, there were half a dozen posts within 5 hours from each other, ranging from reports that his agent just offered him to us, to Fabrizio Romano posting the usual "here we go" tweet. And I was like, that seems like a very eventful 5 hours for an entire transfer saga. Yeah, looking forward to Kostic. Combined with Szymanski, I feel like he will fit into a very flexible role in the team, which may be very good. That's definitely within Mourinho's plans, to use Szymanski a lot more flexibly all around. And I hate this guy specifically with that attack. And Kostic being relatively flexible within the same positions as well, it seems like that is very much Mourinho's alley. I'm just gonna rest that dismissal. I'm doing good, thank you for asking, Colin. Totally Spies was also French and very anime-like. True. Still, I would consider Totally Spies to be a bit more cartoon. I mean, the obvious comparison always has been The Witch, if I remember correctly. And you know, it's more of a comic book slash manga, let's say, in its approach. Whereas Oban Star-Racers, that is anime stuff. The design's a little bit more unconventional, but it's definitely leaning closer to anime stylization rather than cartoon stylization, in my opinion. What are these things called in English? Like, I know what it is in Turkish. I barely know what it is in Turkish. It's deniz kestanesi. Sea urchins. There we go. I knew it was something sea, but I hate sea urchins. They're one of the reasons why I don't like sea or swimming in general. Welcome, name in progress. I do remember that you're not PC, nor are you working. You're your own person. Do remember it. Hey there, Jeffrey. Been a while. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you. Okay, come down here. Is there anything on this side? Nope. I'm not gonna deal with those enemies. Where else can I go? We can go straight to the ladders over here. Oh, maybe that's where I'm supposed to progress. There's a closed door at the end of this. And I don't think I had it unlocked. And I was surprised it wasn't unlocking, if I remember correctly. Doing good, thank you, Shadow. How about you? Ah, good to have so many people again for the stream. Again, as I said, we probably lost out on some notifications due to the technical mishap, so I'd appreciate if all of you can hit that like button. Okay, this door... Oh, apparently I had it unlocked. Oh, okay. I wasn't able to open it, but Eva did. Thank you for the dialogue, Lewis. I appreciate it thoroughly. Okay, let's go. Okay, good. This is still the only way. Going. Still didn't hit a loading area. Apparently the game is running perfectly smoothly. When there's loading, we get the stutters. But goddamn, this is a long corridor. Has to be loading. Yeah, okay, this is definitely a new area. Look at this. We came from a snowy mountain into a deserty place. Ha, interesting choice. Oban has a bit more of a Ghibli-like style. With the variety, it certainly does. That is actually a good point. As just specifically the human designs, I wouldn't say it's close to Ghibli, but the different creatures, different aliens, absolutely I see the relation. Oh, I hope you get better, Jeffrey. Welcome, Shini, welcome. Let me tell you a joke. What did the sushi say to the bee? No idea. Wasabi. Okay. Ah, okay. What's up, bee? That is very English, alright? I was expecting a conceptual link or something somewhere. I certainly don't like the spiked enemies, speaking from experience. Prime example, there are these spike blade lizard enemies in Devil May Cry 5, and they're a bit tough to deal with. I just don't like the sea urchins spin dashing into me from places I don't see. You don't like it? Gamerturk, your thoughts on the teaser trailer for a Minecraft movie? The same question was asked from somebody else in the previous stream. On Friday. I did not watch the trailer. I am not at all interested in the Minecraft movie. But I'm intrigued by the amount of hate it is receiving from the internet. It has to have something done quite terribly to get that sort of a reaction. For a Minecraft movie, that movie is for 9-year-olds, people. It's not even a Mario or Sonic movie that's aimed at 10 to 15, let's say. That's a Minecraft movie for people below the age of 9. I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't think it can be the end of the world. As I said, I didn't watch it. For such a reaction, it has to have done something horribly wrong.
人としての最後を与えようと誓った。エヴァはあの先で待っているのだろう。語りすぎたな。先に行く。ここから先は俺たち二人の問題だ。
Nah, can't stand behind and not help in a lovely love story, can we now? We're gonna be involved. Sorry, Jack. I'm on vacation, and where I am, the lowest temperature is 98 degrees Fahrenheit. That is like 30 to 35 degrees Celsius, if I remember correctly. And yeah, that is relatively hot. We can have hotter in Turkey at times. 35 to 40, especially in the southern coasts. Which is exactly why I don't go to the southern coasts. I am perfectly prepared for terrible weather conditions, such as the heat, by not taking part in the festivities that people call summer. I don't agree summer is a nice time. Have you pre-ordered Fractured Daydream? If so, what edition did you pre-order? I have not pre-ordered Fractured Daydream, but I would if I could. The reason is I have been in contact with Bandai Namco Germany since, what was it, Alsatian Licorice, and I'm basically receiving the highest tier edition as a review copy. That's why. I still remember my Alsatian Licorice days. I was so panicky and nervous about receiving a review copy because they weren't exactly being clear when we were gonna get the codes, because they didn't know, you know, it comes from a central location from either Japan or the European HQ, and somehow the US side got their codes early, and I was writing to the German side saying, hey, the US people got the codes, what's happening? And I'm nervous because I want to get into it as fast as possible. Mainly because the internet I have at the university, it doesn't have the best download speeds. Like back at the time, it was 10 down, 10 up. 10 up was fine for streaming, but 10 down is atrocious. And the moment I get the code, it's probably gonna take like 10 to 15 hours for me to download. So I was anxious already, and I do not have the mastery of the German language as much as I have the mastery of the English language. Despite the fact that I think German is an easier language than English. But I live my life in English, so that kind of happened naturally. Either way, I feel like I sounded much more anxious or unfriendly than I wanted to. Back during the first days, that was fun. Okay, where am I even going? There's a door that is probably unlocked from the other side. Yeah, there's a missile. We'll have to loop back there when we can. Watch the teaser and you'll understand. Oh, I'll check it out afterwards. And maybe ask me in the next stream then. Hey there, Akiranio, welcome. Currently playing Fire Emblem Three Houses, a game I haven't played in a long time. I will go back to Fire Emblem Three Houses on a stream and play the extreme death game, whatever the mode is called. Just stay tuned for that. After I finish Code Vein, that's what we're gonna do. Oh, take your name in progress. Appreciate it. Are they making any third movie for the Asuna movies? You mean progressive movies? No, we are not getting a third progressive movie. The next movie project is... what is happening? I think the sand is having a negative effect on us. The next main Sword Art Online series project is an anime original movie that we know absolutely nothing about. It's gonna be anime original. We don't know if it's gonna be progressive. We don't know if it's gonna be normal main series. We just know that it is anime original. I probably should eventually turn that into a video as to what the movie can be in terms of its content. But generally speaking, it can be floor 10, it can be floor 25, it can be floor 50. So any of those significant floors are a great opportunity, particularly floor 50, because we know Progressive is never going to touch that floor. So the anime staff, with Reki's involvement, they can do pretty much anything they want without really affecting the Progressive side at all. So that is a great opportunity. It can be something that takes place in the 200 years. That is not Moon Cradle. Oh my god, run away, run away, run away. It can be something that ties War of What the fuck was that? Oh my. This guy's attacks are actually cool. I like it. Well, I don't like it. They're not particularly nice. But creative. Ow, 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 ow. He's way too fast. Is he like gonna... Oh. Hey, mister, can you lose the air shield, please? Okay, the air shield didn't seem to be doing anything else but hide its wind-ups quite a bit. It cost me 2 potions plus half HP. So 3 potions. Jesus. We can have something that connects the end of War of Underworld into Unital Ring, despite the fact that there is not a lot of time between those 2 points. So that's probably not optimal. But yeah, those would be my guesses for what they can do. What's the worst bug you've seen in Integral Factor? One I've seen was getting stuck on the loading screen for the first cutscene on floor 56. I was stuck there for a week because it wasn't loading properly. Something similar had happened very early on in the game's life. I loaded into an event map and it still had the barriers around it. The enemies didn't spawn and there was no way for me to back out. Even if I logged out and back in, I would spawn in that arena without enemies, with the barriers, with the outgoing portal being outside of those barriers. So I got stuck there for a while until they fixed it. I think it took like a week or 2. Yeah, that was the worst bug. I don't even remember whether that was part of the global launch or if I was still playing the Japanese version. It was very, very early, I'll put it that way. Okay, we discovered that part. Now we're gonna discover that part. I'm currently farming levels for all of my characters in the game. The level farming was not endless, right? Like, you were basically tied to the certain calendar schedule. I need to familiarize myself with the game, just so I am at least somewhat prepared for that extreme playthrough. Can I approach this silently? Come on. No, just do the damn finisher. Literally approached perfectly as well. Oh, hello. I was gonna ask, where did you come from? But clearly it jumped from above. Okay, we Gucci.
貴重な物資だ。ありがたくもらおう。
Anything else? No, that's all the collectibles here from the looks of it. I still don't know how to get to the higher ground. English is easier to learn, period. Even as someone who speaks Dutch that is close to German, grammatical cases make German very hard to learn. At least in high school, English does not have those cases. To be frank, as a Dutch-speaking person, you are very close to both of those languages. I had a Dutch friend here myself throughout university. He could basically understand German if he listened very carefully, despite not knowing any German. And Dutch people are generally very fluent in English as well. In my experience, in my encounters with them. And your language is, as I said, it's a mix of German and English anyways. But German has a lot more rules, and English is a lot more mutated over the years to be friendly, I guess. It relies a lot more on a certain feeling of the language rather than rules. Hey there, Ped! Yeah. I said hi to you through WoW. Was playing WoW, but now taking a break for dinner. Nice. Bon appetit. I agree, it took me half the time to master English compared to German. You see, part of that is, it's easier to immerse yourself in English than it is any other language. And that is, I wouldn't say that's the fault of German or any other language that we may speak. It's the fact that it is so much easier to live a life with full English. I mean, I literally started learning English all on my own before I started having English classes back in primary school, 5th grade. It was my second foreign language, but by the time they started teaching us English, I already knew English by simply playing games. And watching 24. 24 was a wonderful series to watch. Okay, I explored that area. This place feels a lot more linear than it's supposed to feel. I feel like I'm missing something. Like I should be able to get up there somewhere. I should be able to find a way to loop back behind that doorway. Definitely feel like I'm missing something. We'll figure it out. Yep, nothing to climb. Interesting. I found an old account and this is the first thing I'm doing. It's me, name. Please don't come in with different names. Confusing. Where I'm from, the temperature can get down to minus 20 Fahrenheit. Okay. How do I convert minus Fahrenheit degrees? Is it still the same? Subtract 32 and then divide by 2. So that will bring me down to 52. So minus 26 Celsius? That sounds extremely cold. That doesn't sound reasonable. Minus 20 Fahrenheit. Oh, it is correct. It's minus 28 degrees. Jesus, that's cold. That is legitimately cold. Like, I'll be fine, easy, with minus 10, minus 15 even. Minus 28, time to stay at home and drink some hot chocolate. I endured so many terrible conditions though. As a skier, the amount of times we had to go to the start, oh, hello. I'll stay here for now. We had to go to the start line. It's about to be our turn. There's already like 150 people racing. and you need to get up there something like 50 people beforehand. It's all blizzard. You can barely see anything because of the fog. It's minus 20 to 25 degrees, and because it is the Turkish Federation, there are barely any shelters for us to stay in. And the course is at such a terrible place that we're basically eating the entire wind the mountain takes. And they call you, hey, 10 people left for you to run. Let's take off all the clothes. And you're basically left with a skin-tight racing suit that is not there to protect you from the cold. It's there to be aerodynamic. It has nothing on it. My god. And then 5 people left for you to actually start. The timer, the Longines, stops working. Because something along the pathway of it is frozen. And you're just left there. 5 people left for you to actually ski. Not close enough that you're in the starting tent, but just outside of it, just hoping to get into that damn tent as soon as possible. But no. No, you are not allowed to. Minus 28. Fog. There's no sun. The entire might of the wind that the entire mountain takes, all on you, and you have that skin-tight racing suit that I can actually show you. Yes. This thing. Let me switch cameras. Webcam, right? Yeah, there we go. It is a very cool suit. But it is also very cool when you actually wear it. Zero protection anywhere. It's literally skin tight. Oh! I found my daily clothes, some of them. These can just... There we go. I like cold. There is one side mission you can do as many times as you want, and it's not a paralogue or an auxiliary mission. So it doesn't take any of your stamina. That is pretty good. I should learn more about that. I will need it. And yes, because English is a required subject in Dutch, high school and all levels in all lesson packets. And together with Dutch and math, one of the subjects you have to get a passing grade. That's actually pretty good. Like, props to the Dutch education system, I guess. But being proficient in one extra language, it's basically mandatory in today's world. That includes native English-speaking places as well. They should absolutely learn one additional language proficiently. It's less about learning the language, but it's more about opening up your mind to a different culture, let's say. Okay, this place seems to be looping back. Good stuff. Oh, okay. I should have seen that. That was very clearly a different color than the sand. I was careless. Would be interesting to make an SAO character list from best to worst at English. It would be fun, I guess. Oh, here's the ladder. In terms of speed, could Asuna keep up? No. Very easy. Name. Reading the novels, Asuna, Egil, and Argo seem fluent. Kirito is yes, he is somewhat okay, that is correct. But rest might seem to struggle, Klein and Liz especially. Yeah. I mean, the main source of information for most of that is Unital Ring, thanks to coming across the American players at some point. Not going into any spoilers, I'll keep it at that. And aside from that, the only information I believe is from Alicization. When Asuna is infiltrating the ocean turtle, that's where we learn Asuna is properly proficient in English, and then Progressive dives into it a bit as well, but again, very Asuna specific. Given that SAO dabbled with fully sentient AI, how do you feel about it dabbling with cybernetic implants? Like Kirito being a lab rat where he undergoes several surgeries that incorporate cybernetic implants and turn him into a cyborg. I wouldn't take it that far, but SAO and by extension Axel World dabbled slightly with the brain implant chip, big. SAO hasn't done it yet, but it will. Not sure if it'll ever become a plot point, but we know it will exist in the universe. Come on, like that pole arm. But I wouldn't want the series to go full on cyborgs and the like. Yeah, that's an entirely different concept. God damn it, I tried to land a second hit, it didn't work. I can go back there, but I won't be able to jump back up. Certainly feels like... Oh, wait, I see the trap already. That's a lot of slimes all around the place. I do want to find a missile and rest before I go in there. Can I approach silently? Oh no, it didn't die and fell down. I don't want to go down. That's fine. Hey Revenly, welcome! Aqua, welcome! Good to have you all. I mean, yes, Gabriel is American, but technically so is Egil. He was born and raised in Japan, but still, he's technically American. So he'll have influence from his parents at the very least. Queen Titanium, I just need 2 more and I can upgrade my armor as well. I'm really scared of jumping down into that trap. Yeah, let's go. My dude really likes rolling around. I think the sand messes up with his algorithm or something. He feels the need to dodge constantly. Oh, never mind, he stopped. He's coming towards me. Hey, that's been taken care of. There are some additional enemies over here. Two more, 1 and 2 more. And oh, 3 more on that side, 1 over here. Okay, let's try triggering them all. Is the sand only slowing me down and nothing else? I am not losing health. I am not losing stamina. It's just a little slow effect. Also, the more cultural lesson packets will have either German and or French, with a lot of kids from migrant background, also knowing Turkish, Arabic, Moroccan, Papiamento. A Dutch Carrion Creole. I have no idea what that is. I can't even read it properly. Do you think there'll be a season 5 of SAO? First there needs to be a season 4, but yes, eventually there's gonna be a season 4. Right there is the link, Unital Ring anime when. Please refer to this video. You can watch that for the answer. The spear clipping through the corner and hitting, yeah. That happens a lot. I'm prepared for it. Oh, this one. Come on. And this was the last. So what was even the point of this arena? Like, there is no missile in the middle. It's just a very obvious trap. Interesting choice. And the only way to go is this way. Seems like we're gonna jump down. Oh, you absolutely should, and you should definitely use my affiliate link. that helps the channel. To be frank, I sometimes go into the entire Amazon partner thingy just to see how many people I have actually convinced to read interesting SAO material, and it makes me happy. Oh, we should rest at the missile, yeah. Welcome back, Revenly. Welcome back. War of Underworld is still part of the SAO Alicization project, yes. Japan doesn't use seasons the same way we do. In fact, they use the word season colloquially like in 3 different ways. So technically speaking, for example, War of Underworld Part 2 was literally referred to by the Japanese staff as the final season of the final season of the final season. By which they actually meant the final part of the second half of the Alicization project. So, if you want to look at what a season is, you should be looking at the project credit of a given project. Well, technically speaking, even the English use of the season is quite a lot more muddled. They keep saying if there's a long break in the middle of a season, it can be classified as a new season. But every single What the... Ah! What was that about? But pretty much every single American series has like a huge winter break that can be longer than a mid-core break that an anime season may have. So the American side is literally rolling without knowing themselves. Ah. Be fast, be fast. My rolls are not working, and I am not particularly happy about that. I'll make it, I'll make it. Aha. I have collected the collectible. I have almost died from that. Shouldn't have done that. But yeah, we are gonna rest now. Sand drains your blood points. Yeah, that's what it said, but... Oh wait, this sand actually doesn't count apparently. Blood points, is that my ability points, my mana? Isn't that Ichor? Or is Ichor my health? Nah, Ichor is mana. I'm so confused about the terminologies of this game. Genuinely. Hey there, Yellow Flash, welcome. Hey, is the new game coming out co-op only, or will we be able to play solo too? There is an entire single player campaign that they have confirmed to be offline as well. Quite a while back. And then there is also the free quest mode, where you can go in without matchmaking. So your own party, but you'll be finding other players in the open instance map. So you do not have to go co-op. Hey there, Coffee Addict, welcome. Hello, Mr. Gamer, a bit late to ask, but what do you think about Sonic Frontiers and the Final Horizon DLC? Sonic Frontiers has been the... Wait, where am I? Oh, okay. Sonic Frontiers has been the first truly ambitious game that we had in the Sonic the Hedgehog series since a very long time ago, and I am extremely thrilled about it. It was a wonderful experience all around, and the Final Horizon DLC was quite huge really, with all the side characters finally becoming truly playable again, and quite a lot of anime feels that I feel like Sonic should embrace again after such a long time. Like, I think a lot of the anime tropes really fit Sonic. Not go full, you know, Dragon Ball and that kind of stuff, that's not what I mean. But like, the energy of anime is what I mean. Sonic truly missed that energy by becoming a Saturday cartoon series, in a sense. That silly comedy that doesn't say much about anything, doesn't do anything, everyone is constantly bored, everyone is constantly mocking each other. So tired of it. I was so glad that Sonic Frontiers finally pulled us back from that era, back into something more meaningful. And Final Horizon, especially with its aesthetics and concepts, it really dived deep into that anime energy, especially that final boss fight against the end. The one part where it felt a little half-baked is it never introduced you to those concepts. So a lot of people, me included, did not realize you were supposed to dodge to get behind the hook that was behind the end's head and actually attack that and disconnect it. So for 30 minutes, I continued to beat the sniper guy, Supreme, and nothing happened. And I think that was a big mistake. Big mistake. Quite the... It's not game breaking, but come on. Absolutely should not have been like that. But otherwise, it's a wonderful experience that it gave me feelings that I didn't feel since Sonic Unleashed. And Sonic Unleashed is my favorite Sonic game of all time. Oh my god, I am talking too much about this. I need to speed up. This reminds me of Kingdom Hearts' way of titling their games. Oh, with the terminologies, yeah, absolutely. Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, same thing actually. Which of the Unital Ring books is the best read? Like best story, character development, plot, etc. The first Unital Ring book, great at setting up the new world, absolutely love it. And Unital Ring 7, I have quite a lot of complaints. Sorry, not Unital Ring 6, Sword Online Volume 27. I have a lot of complaints about that book, but it also features some of the best moments that the entire Unital Ring saga has so far. And which one was it? Was it Unital Ring 3 or 4 where we had the Mutasina Showdown? That book is great. So Progressive is season 4. OS is another project, yes. But movies don't fit into the season terminology anyways. They are movies, so completely outside of it. Okay, it drains E-Core, thank you. What next is coming in SAO games? Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream, it's coming out in less than a month. We have the open beta in 2 weeks, so stay tuned for it. That was very fast. I was expecting a charge up time like all the other snipers. And yeah, Fractured Daydream is the next Sword Art Online game project. Funny you mentioned Dragon Ball when mentioning it. Is it really funny? Is it? Unless I want to be delusional, I think that's a very obvious mention. Is there anything here? Trap is here. Oh yeah, I see, yeah. The E-Core is definitely being drained. I went in there, right? Yeah. We'll go back up. Okay, now we go over there diagonally. Anime, Eki, and fan service in Sonic, the real... Joke's on you, we already had that for ages. There's a reason why Amy's design is the way it is. Randy, are you inviting people to play Fatal Bullet? I do not understand. Yeah, you joke, but it is a certain part of the reality. So, Unital Ring 1, 3, and 6, was it? Again, I can't quite recall on the top of my mind whether the Mutasina fight was in UR3 or UR4, but yes. UR1, UR6, and the Mutasina fight book. We should establish a dedicated SAO wiki. There is no point. We considered it for ages, but it was never really worth it to migrate into a wiki, even at fandom's worst, where I had to deal with a bunch of fandom staff to get stuff sorted out. And eventually it all did, because we all knew they were terrible ideas, despite the fact that they were pushing it so hard. Okay, I'm gonna have to... Oh, that's another indent. Yeah, we'll go for that one. I can jump down here. And then it lets me climb up to the next. Okay. And there is an enemy in the back there, so we can go and handle that one. So we just always stood on the fandom website. And now that the dedicated community is no longer doing anything with the wiki, everyone just went on with their lives. There's nothing for us to do. Hey there, Zippy Knight, welcome. About to start Unital Ring 3, but I'm procrastinating hard. Yeah, that happens quite a bit. I can relate. Do you think Unital Ring will be longer than Illustration at the end? I mean, We get one more Unital Ring book and we're already on par with Alicization, so the answer is clearly yes. Okay. No more sandballs. Yeah, I remember, you shoot fast. Another quintite. I just need one more and I can upgrade my outfit. Perfect. Good stuff, nice view. Personally, I prefer the original sweet and angelic asana compared to this colder progressive asana. Progressive asana is colder? I wouldn't say so. And again, it is the Aincrad asana. Aincrad asana was never like angelic and stuff. She was someone going through quite the trauma and tried to handle the trauma as best as she could. The best thing about Progressive is the importance it gives to Kismel. Essentially, she's closer to Kirasu as nobody ever has been from the cast. True, true. I've been about to start Call of Cthulhu for about a month now. I don't know what that series is, to be honest. But have fun. If someone has to read the Unital Ring novels, knows where Kirasu is now headed. Yes. Back to the beginning, because everything we're getting in Unital Ring is just member berries. Okay, that is a collectible over there, and this is a bunch of traps. What happens if I fall down? Clear death. Oh, this loops back here, which is nice. The good thing is I don't really use my abilities in this game, so the sand effectively does nothing to me. Also, I heard that Axel World is ending soon. Do you think it'll have a proper conclusion, or do you think that Reiki will make another series for Axel World to flow into? Because Reiki needs... Axel World has been ending for a decade. It isn't ending. That's how Reiki rolls. Yeah, they finally revealed all the characters. Okay. What happens if I go that way? That guy looks extremely dangerous, not gonna lie. What do you think of Alternative Gangue Online Season 2? Will there be a new SAO Movie 2 or starting SAO United? What? What? I don't know how many times I answered that question, man. Although, given some new information, I probably shouldn't answer that question for now. There are interesting stuff going on in the background of things. But the most you can expect is some sort of a teaser, perhaps, for the anime original movie. Did it see me? It did. Yeah, I feel like this is the one time I should be using my abilities. And just go back to solid ground. I feel like that would help a lot right now. Just die, please. Jesus. Is Fractured Daydream gonna be the first one to include Yui to be playable in? Technically, Axel World vs. Sword Online had Yui playable in the Persona Babel form. But as proper Yui, yes, it is going to be the first game. God damn it. Hey. I have to be missing a missile somewhere because this is way too far away to not have the map unlocked. Definitely missing it somewhere. Like around here somewhere at the very least. I feel like there has to be. This entire climb. Nah. Interesting, I'll find out eventually. Hey Gamerturk, are you gonna be trying out the beta on September 2? Yes, absolutely. I will be streaming with all of you guys who are in the chat. I am hoping to have a very long queue of people to play with. So please do join me on the streams. I'll appreciate it. And while we're here, don't forget to like this stream. Helps. Is there a side story of SAO that you'd want to see animated? All of them. Side stories are where Reki does his best work. And I would love to have all of them animated, one way or another. But my priority would be Hopeful Chant, the first day. Sister's Prayer would be great. The day before would be a fun adventure compared to the other examples I have mentioned. would be nice. We need Sugary Days animated OVA. Sure. And the game vs SAO movie with Strea, Filia, Rain, etc. are probably not gonna happen. Game vs Strong Suit is... like, you can't have those games adapted. It would be an extremely loose adaptation, let's say. They better add Edith as a playable character. Probably later down the line, now that she's canon. They can absolutely do that. Hey, come on. These guys are so tanky. Hey, if I go this way, I have no idea. And if I go the other way over here. Oh, here are some ladders. Yeah, we can go down for sure. I'm just looking out for a missile. Map missile, preferably. Let's see. Is this guy alive? Nope. Looking safe so far. Little too safe in my opinion. Oh! Okay, good. And we need to lower this ladder from the other side, and the elevator is going to be taking us somewhere. So I need to return for now. Or with Medina constantly telling Kirito Mukatsuka. I really don't like Medina as a character. This guy was fun dealing with if you don't mind the sand slowing you down. Which guy? What do you think about the subreddit drama and toxicity? Well, what drama and toxicity? Just one guy asking a low effort question and then going on some trips and all that kind of stuff is drama? It's not a drama. That happens way too often. There are just too many kids on the internet nowadays, especially with the smartphone first design of a lot of the websites. That's the result of it. So many... The websites have become so easy to access and engage with their simplified mobile designs, that everyone and their grandkids come on and they want to have everything served to them. The thing is, Reddit is not your personal Twitter wall or Facebook wall or whatever. And it just doesn't work that way. It floods our front page. It is not going to be allowed. No exceptions. Simple as that. And no, it's not drama. A guy going on an anger trip within the span of 2-3 hours. Don't care. People love trying to create drama where there isn't any. Take care, Major Wolf. Bye bye. I'm probably too late in saying bye to you, but still. Yeah, the only way Rainbow Bridge gets an OVA is if it gets an anime original completion to the actual thing as well. And I think it will be one of the better OVA opportunities. Like, it started as an OVA, it had an extension in the form of a side story in written form. Just turned it into a full-on adventure, completed in anime original ways. Perfectly fine. I would take it. So, as I understand it now, Gamerturk, you want to quit YouTube once you find a job, but what will you do when that happens? When you're halfway covering... I will cover Fractured Daydream properly. Variant Showdown relaunch? Probably not gonna cover it at all. There's a reason why I am not going to do an AGGO explained. Do I have to play EU, or do they just have one big global server? Fractured Daydream, you mean? It has individual servers, but it's not much of a factor. You can basically... You get match made based on proximity, like many other games. You are not locked into a specific server, no. Hey there, Scope Hut Jr., welcome. Oh, the Fractured Daydream Discord is Yeah, especially the English chat is in a very pitiful situation. I keep sharing a lot of feedback with the Variant Showdown staff to see if we can actually do anything about it, if we can reach the Fractured Daydream staff on that front one way or another. But Fractured Daydream staff so far, as far as I'm aware, nothing has been done. And I have no internal knowledge, of course. I'm saying that based on player feedback I keep hearing all around. I keep sharing that feedback with the Variant Showdown people in hopes of getting some attention to it. We'll see what happens. Personally speaking, solely based on how I see the Fractured Daydream Discord is being run by a single account, is that they're trying to teach the Japanese people into how to use Discord, and the English side obviously a complete afterthought, and they are trying to explore the possibilities of what can be done with Discord in general. But they're doing it in their own archaic ways that doesn't really fit with the realities of the current world and communities, as the Japanese sides usually do. Like, based on the Variant Showdown server, which is also run by the Japanese staff, because SAO Mobile Games, that's completely Bandai Namco Japan's jurisdiction. The Western side has nothing to do with it. Based on Variant Showdown server, even before they called us up as moderators, they knew what they were doing. They knew how to run a Discord. They knew how to manage a Discord community, what they could do with all the potentials and all that kind of stuff. So it's extremely sad the Fractured Daydream server is at the state that it is. Me included, a bunch of people multiple times have offered their help. Because especially the English side, there are some people there who solely exist to create that toxic environment. Like, it's so clear that they don't have any other intentions. And the fact that it remains so unmoderated. And I can also talk about the promotion and Discord exclusive marketing that they're doing. I don't think it is working the way they intended to. And I don't think it ever will. Because that's just not how communities work. It's the weirdest thing to see a promotional thing with a disclaimer, just don't share this, by the way. What Variant Showdown server did was exactly the same thing, but they knew how it should have worked. They didn't have don't share outside of Discord content. What they did very early on, before the launch of the game, we literally had a Discord exclusive Q&A session, a live Q&A session with Takeuchi P, the producer of Variant Showdown. That is incredible. And what they did afterwards, they had the entire session recorded and uploaded over to YouTube, so people who are not on Discord not only can enjoy that Q&A session, the Discord exclusive Q&A session, but can also learn that there is a Discord server, you know? Because it's content. You don't create content for that 2% of people telling them not to share with the rest of the 98%. You want the community to grow, so you have to share something. You have to let people know. You have to allow people to let other parts of the community know. And I am going to keep talking about it. I will continue to tweet about it because I know they're following me. I mean, for the better or worse, I'm... Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Like, literally everything I do is for the betterment of the series. That's why I provide feedback, that's why I'm in contact with the people I am. Queen Titanium 3, I can actually upgrade my armor now. It's gonna be good. And to be frank, I'm happy to be listened. I am perfectly fine with ideas I bring up to be stolen. I literally bring them up so that they would actually consider them. That's kind of the point. I desperately need to find the missile. I need a rest spot. I cannot charge that big guy head on right now. I need potions. I'm out. Okay, we can finally lower this ladder. Now that we know what it is. I think I may just check that elevator because clearly there are no full-on missiles here. This guy is scary. Okay, wait, let me catch up with the chat. I spoke too much about the Fractured Daydream server. But yeah, I'll continue to do what I can for the series even after I stop doing YouTube, so... Take care, Randy. A lot of Japanese games tend to have Japan, Korea, and English servers, and the English servers tend to be for both NA, EU, Australia, New Zealand, and other English-speaking countries, and Chinese servers, of course. That's mainly the mobile games, really. Console games are... They still have the region specifiers, but the servers tend to be a lot more fluid, rather than rigid. Okay, that's bad. Could not start up with a finisher, but still killed it without getting hit. Still desperately searching for a missile though. Come on, jump. Come on, give me a full-on resting missile, I need it. I need it, and of course I need the map at this point. I have explored... Wait, this looks like an entry to an... Oh, never mind, there's a map missile at least. Let's see what it unlocks. Okay, that's an entire long path to somewhere. Jesus. Okay, we're gonna take the elevator. At some point there has to be a normal missile on that route. Alright, I was catching up with the chat. There's an SAO character that wears a plague doctor's mask called Akatsuki Tokugawa. Is there? Is there really? As I thought, it's a fanfiction character. That's not a real character. I won't name them, but they're all friends on Steam, and the only common game they share is Fatal Bullet, but that group is kind of... to be frank, in the past 1-2 months, that... a certain group of people from the Fatal Bullet community have really soured the view I had about the Fatal Bullet community, which is quite the shame because there are a lot of skilled modders and a lot of dedicated players, and a bunch of people being so aggressive and toxic and delusional. That is not good for that community. I am very hyped for Fractured Daydream, yes. Oh my god, I am so far behind. Okay, dropping the controller, catching up with chat. Hey Gamerturk, I just found out that SAO is not even done. What did I miss? I heard something about Unital Ring. How much did I miss? You missed quite a lot. So far, Unital Ring is almost as long as the entire Alicization saga. So Human Realm plus War of Underworld, almost that long. And I strongly recommend searching for Unital Ring on my channel and starting to check out the videos over there. I don't want to share a lot of uncontrolled spoilers on a live stream for obvious reasons. Everyone comes from different tiers of knowledge about the series, so I don't enter spoilers on streams unless the stream is all about the spoilers, which this one isn't. So again, searching for Unital Ring on my channel is currently your best bet. I have a lot of videos with different kinds of information. So, Fractured Daydream is basically an SAO version of Granblue Fantasy Relink. I heard that a lot. I never played Granblue Fantasy Relink, so I can't exactly comment. Putting Discord exclusive information sounds so dumb. Like, do they really believe something they put in internet will not be spread? I don't even want to enter that topic. It will spread, but that's an entirely different thing. I respect their decision, if that is their decision. So that's why I'm not sharing anything on the Discord, on my Twitter or anything. But I will continue to share my disagreement with that decision, that it's a bad idea to have Discord exclusive information like that and trying to prevent other people from sharing it on other social media because you want your PR to spread properly. Minor stuff like costume swaps that they are sharing as previews on the Discord server, I don't think... I think that's a terrible Discord exclusive thing they have planned. They need to do stuff where it provides an advantage to the Discord members, but then can be enjoyed by every single fan, even if they're not on the Discord server. That's why I keep giving the Variant Showdown Discord Q&A with Takeuchi P as a great example, because people on Discord could ask Takeuchi P their questions and Takeuchi P would answer them. However, those questions were pertaining to the game, so they shared the entire Q&A session as a separate YouTube video for everyone to enjoy. So that is basically what I'm referring to. Has to have an advantage for the Discord members, but it shouldn't be exclusive to the Discord members. And I know for a fact from the Variant Showdown Discord server that Japan knows this. I have no idea why Fractured Daydream is not taking any cues from the obvious Discord practices like that. What will we do without you? I don't know. I wish you all the best. Nah, I'll still work for the betterment of the SAO series however I can. I hope to have more opportunities in the future, just not as a YouTuber. I don't think Anakin Skywalker would like this level, you know, sand. Absolutely, you're correct, Ryalga. You can take the elevator, which will take you to the first missile. That is exactly what we're gonna do. After I catch up with the chat, Jesus. Maybe I'll try to step up in some areas. There's no way I could manage news across multiple websites, subreddit moderation, and video production. I can't manage it myself. Like, I used to be able to do a much better job when we were active as the SAO Wikia team, because we all had different roles we tended to and worked as a team. I cannot follow the Japanese news as efficiently, especially without a translator. That's basically impossible without Gishimanas being around. That's the biggest example I can give. Take care, Zippy Knight. Thank you for stopping by. Boss ahead for sure. That's straight ahead. Yeah, absolutely. What's your favorite SAO arc? Human Realm sub-arc of Alicization. What would you rate Code Vein? 1 out of 10. 1 until 10. First off, I should start answering that question by saying Code Vein is absolutely not the type of game I usually play. The Souls-like is not a genre I am familiar with. So my perception is very much skewed. But it has really nice combat in my opinion that relies on a lot of timely dodging that I enjoy. But I don't have a lot of nice things to say about the story. I am not sure if that is caused by the fact that I keep playing this very on and off. On live streams no less, where I cannot dedicate all my brain power to following the story. Or whether the game actually does not have a good story at all. It's one or the other. Oh, that's the unlockable door at the beginning, good. But yeah, I don't feel like the game has story per se. It has a lot of lore, but not exactly an engaging story. But then I am often told, hey, that is how Souls-like games work, and at that point I can't really say anything. Okay, if that's the genre standard. My criticism exists, but if the criticism doesn't apply by the standards of the genre, what can I do? But yeah, I am not particularly thrilled or engaged by its story. I don't know, I expected something a bit more, I guess. Oh, I can now take that door to the beginning missile and actually rest up and then come back with minimal combat. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I am not entering any more areas with 0 potions. That is not a good idea. So, out of 10, I guess 6, maybe 7. And I feel like that would be a good praise coming from someone who has nothing to do with the genre itself. It was thoroughly enjoyable to play so far, and I expect it to remain thoroughly enjoyable as a game that actually challenges my skills until I am complete with the entire story. But again, not at all my specialty, not at all my area of interest. So better to ask Souls-like players as to how great the game is within its own confines. I guess someone who plays MMORPGs nowadays, or is more of an action RPG fan, I am not the credible source for Souls-like experiences. Okay, this time I can challenge that guy. There are some traps. That is one trap right around the corner and one trap closer to the guy. And one more to the left. Okay, can I... I'm just gonna try staying in the middle. And not trigger any of them. And of course I couldn't trigger the thing again. Finish your animation. Oh god. Don't. Come on, follow me to the solid ground. Then we'll see. Come, over here, over here. Or Lewis can just kill it, that's fine. If you can swipe once, Lewis, the guy is going to die just fine. But no, he was too busy rolling around because he stepped on sand. Lewis is Anakin Skywalker confirmed. Hey Gamerturk, it's Nick. Welcome, Nick. It's been a long time since I have seen you live, to be honest. I keep seeing you interacting with my posts on Twitter, but it's been a very long time since I saw you on the channel. This is not my first time playing. I have played the... Like, I've been streaming it since last year. I just stopped streaming it a while back and just came back to it last week. So this is the second time I'm streaming it since coming back. Oh wow, I thought it was going for Lewis. Oh. That hurt. Also hurt. A lot of Queen Titaniums dropping, which makes me really happy. I need those for upgrades. So, what do I do now? I have completely explored that bit. It seems I have unlocked everything else. Oh yeah, 100% map completion. Okay, we are actually going to the boss area, it seems. Come on, let me start with the finisher, please. Thank you. Appreciate that. A session was about as long as everything before it. Yes, it was. 8 full volumes. It was exactly as long as everything that came before it, including the side stories. No, let's not go that far. True. Human Realm is my least favorite, mainly because I'm not a huge fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! I am a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! But even without Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel like it's the best that SAO has to offer with the amount of world building and character focus. Even outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! It has the best moments all around. Sounds like a nice mod. Modding communities are so helpful in general in prolonging the life of games. Sad that they are mostly limited to PC. How long does the Discord bot takes to let me through into your Discord? You have 2 hours to respond to the DM you have received from the bot by copy-pasting the entire message. And if you don't, it is going to kick you from the server instead. But can we all agree that SAO Fatal Bullet is the best anime game? I wouldn't even say it's the best Sword Online game, let alone best anime game. I think the gameplay is the most suitable for the Western fanbase, absolutely, for sure. But a completely non-existent story with the exception of the great DLC 4, which is only good because it dropped most of the involvement that the OCMC had, which properly allowed a consistent story to tell. It also adapted Cordial Chords from the SAO side stories, the Ordinal Scale epilogue story, so that was good. But yeah, base game and DLC chapters 1, 2, 3. No story, bad characterization all around. Everyone working so hard to convince you that you exist as a character. Because your character does absolutely nothing to show people that it exists with a personality. Bad experience. On the gameplay side, and my favorite was the co-op aspect of it, was great. Which is one of the reasons why I'm so excited about Fractured Daydream as well. That it is focusing on what I enjoyed in Fatal Bullet the most, as well as improving other aspects. Eh? Huh? Huh? Excuse me?
ここにいた連中に喉を潰されたからもう大丈夫だ。
Don't forget to like and subscribe and become a channel member.
俺が保証する。
That's the way I plug things. No effort.
手紙を読んだ。残念だ
ば
が、お前の要望には応えられない。
Almost knocked my mic off.
レブナントになったところで、行き着く先に未来はない。命を無駄にするな。過去のことは忘れて、この施設で余生を過ごせ。
Where was I? Let me catch up. Hey Gamerturk, hope you're having a good day so far. Just want to drop in and say, hey there Jason, welcome. I play on PlayStation. I got this game on sale a few days ago, currently at Cathedral, went to Vestige of Player's Memory. I was grinding enemies there, so far I'm level 60, I'm liking the game so far. It's really enjoyable, I really enjoy the gameplay, although Cathedral has been the worst experience that I had. It's way too maze-like and I didn't enjoy how maze-like it was. I do understand that is kind of the point, but yeah, personally for me it was way too much. Thing is, Code Vein is currently in my backlog, and seeing you play this game kinda wants me to start as well. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. As a gameplay, I really enjoy, despite not being a Souls-like fan. When I got into SAO, it was through the games in 2022. I knew next to nothing about the characters. Getting into the anime later, I can't tell you the shock when I realized they killed off someone. Yeah, games really enjoy keeping everyone around for fan service purposes. Halo Blood is what even got me into the anime games in the first place, so I guess it just had a special place in my heart. Probably the same thing I feel for Sonic 3D Blast. That was my first Sonic game. Proud memory.
自分だけのこんなところにいるのか。あの人のために私に何ができるのか。
I love a lot of moments from Human Realm, Kirito being Goof in the Chill Academy days, Vorpal Strike versus Chudelkin, and victory against Queenella, just to name a few. My favorite is probably still the Vorpal Strike scene. It's a short scene, but it's so good.
Jack!
お前の声がまさか新たな継承者というのは
あなたにずっと伝えたかったことがあるわ。ありがとう。私を救ってくれて。
I'm on mobile, the bot seems to be not working for me. Do you have DMs disabled? That could be the reason for it. You need to have DMs enabled. Is my camera slowly losing its footing? Shift it slightly to the left. You're gonna keep covering Integral Factor after quitting YouTube? No, I will not. That is the point of quitting. I'm not gonna be doing anything else afterwards. My favorite weapon is the lance I'm using. I just can't seem to drop it. It attacks fast enough, it has large reach, and because it's the stun impaler, it staggers enemies every second or third hit. And that gives me a lot of breathing room.
どうか今一度記憶の糸をお紡ぎください。
Take care, pet. Have fun. Are you gonna be able to play the... Yes, I will play the open beta. I will also play the full game and have a review for it.
侵害の暴走を許せばより多くの犠牲が生まれる。他に方法はない。耐えられないのならついてくるな。
I'll grab something to drink real quick and then we'll tackle the boss after this memory. Sadly, this week iced teas are not on discount. So this green apple multivitamin thing from Rauch is what I'm going with. And I hate the new bottle cap design. Whoever designed this thing. Who had a problem with losing their bottle caps that they had to tie it to the actual thing, that it stays like this? It's very uncomfortable when drinking from the bottle. When trying to close it, it has like a 30% success ratio that it lands properly because the lines are pulling it and messes with the angle. My god. Product design failed and they still keep using it after so many years. People should just be careful and not lose the bottle caps. It's not like I'm opening and throwing the bottle cap outside of the building. Rant over. I had to get that out. What I really loved about Last Recollection, aside from the fact that it's a more streamlined experience, I really enjoy that more focused story as well, rather than bloating it with a lot of time wasters, let's say, just to make the game feel long, is that they ended with Kirito's Warple Strike rather than Starburst Stream. That is top tier choice and a ballsy move, and it was, in my opinion, the right move. Warple Strike means so much to Kirito compared to the flashy Starburst Stream or Eclipse. Like, Starburst Stream isn't even special for Kirito, that's kind of the point. He used it against Gleam Eyes because it was a powerful skill. It was the most powerful he had access to at the time. And even against Heathcliff, to defeat his ultimate enemy, he doesn't use Starburst Stream, he goes for Eclipse. Because Starburst Stream has literally no special bond to him. The skill he has a special bond to is the Warple Strike. With its versatility, it just means so much to him. Which is exactly why he uses it so much in Alicization, because he memorized it so well and can use it to a high level of efficiency with his Incarnation. And it was a great choice to make him use it against the... what was it? The Scorpion King. Scorpion King Gabriel Miller. At the ending of Last Collection. It was very fitting. Starburst Stream is something the anime likes to market a lot because it looks flashy. Like many other things it does. Yes, I will be quitting YouTube at some point in the near future. I mean, to be frank, by this time, as I mentioned last time around, by this time I already expected to be over with YouTube. But life is a bit trickier than simple expectations.
ここなら安全だ。少し休もう。
ごめんなさい。私のせいで。
気にするな。たまにはゆっくり夜
A new mosquito has arrived. I am devastated. Thank you for your supportive messages about the bottle cap design situation. I appreciate you all. I think the announcement is exclusively on my Twitter. I just wanted to calmly share it, not make a deal out of it. I don't think I have mentioned it on YouTube at all, aside from in the streams and only when people ask me about it. And it's fine, it's not a big event or anything. Oh, I need to respond to Val after the stream. He asked me something on WhatsApp. Val, are you in the chat? Can I just respond here? Please do let me know if you're in the chat. He used Vorpal Strike in Unital Ring once too, right? I think he did. He may have used it multiple times, I'm not sure. What did he use in the Masaru chase scene? I feel like that's the perfect time to use a lunging and ranged skill like that. You can't tell me there is no healing missile before this. No. No. No, I can't go in there with missing health and 4 potions. Okay, this is genuinely bad news. Can you recover my HP? Please act as a Pokestop and help me recover. That's only a map missile, right? We can't rest. That is bad news. Absolutely devastating news right now. You see, you all are worried about me retiring. I'm worried about how to tackle this boss without a healing missile around. Oh, that is not good. Personal reasons. I am not going to elaborate any more than what I have written on Twitter. Which I only half remember, but still. I'm not budging from that point, I'm not gonna say anything. Elevator missile is the closest one, yeah. I mean, technically I can. I actually should. Because I am this low because I challenged that guy in the quicksand section. If I just go to the missile, get back up with the elevator, take the edge on the mountains, which only has 2 trap enemies and 1 bug guy, simple bug guy. think we'll be fine. I will do that because I don't want to challenge a boss with missing potions and health. Absolutely a bad idea. No, we're not winging it. This is not the game where you wing it. If I have learned anything about Souls-like games, wing it does not exist as a concept. Do you think Fractured Daydream is better than Fatal Bullet so far? If so, why? I think it is better. Because first off, the single player story mode, I expect it to be an actual story without the existence of a custom OCMC. And secondly, Fractured Daydream is focusing on the better sides of Fatal Bullet, which is the co-op content. PvP could be argued. I hear the PvP people, while it was not my jam. I think Fractured Daydream could absolutely benefit from PvP because that was a huge part of Fatal Bullet as well. I was only in there for meme streams like Lens Squad and all that kind of stuff. I preferred co-op. But I do agree with the PvP crew on that front. But other than that, all unique characters with all their unique styles, with the variety of styles that is in the game to fit the characters, it is everything Fatal Bullet was, but better and more varied. And the 20-player co-op raids, it was the most fun I had in any Sword Art Online game, including Fatal Bullet, which was limited to 4 players. I did dodge. Little slime. I don't know if anyone has asked you this yet, but what are your thoughts on Sonic Movie 3? Incredibly excited. That trailer, the music, the green hill being used in that epic fashion. And Keanu Reeves was... Can I get that mosquito? No, it ran off. Oh, it got away. And Keanu Reeves was a perfect fit. From what we heard, from what little we heard of Shadow. Like, that delivery on that "You're a colorful bunch." Mwah. Perfect. I want more of that. But I really do hope we get the Space Colony arc as well. Not some generic conflict. Gerald is there. Maria is there. We just need Space Colony arc and Bio-Lizard. It seems like Shadow's creation could be a little different from SA2, which is fine. But what scares me on that front is that how different it's gonna be is probably going to define whether Bio-Lizard is going to be there or not. But I feel like doing Shadow's introduction without that Bio-Lizard Supersonic Super Shadow fight, that would not feel right. That is currently the only thing I'm thinking about, and probably, most probably, it's already in the movie. It's just stupid to show the climax in your trailer. I think it's fine that it wasn't in the trailer. I am 99% sure it's gonna be in the movie, and I have no worries about that. But if it isn't, oh boy, that is huge missed opportunity. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, appreciate it. Not being a PvP and focusing on PvE attracts a lot of newcomers who want to break from PvP. Absolutely, that is correct. I need to get that mosquito at some point. I'm actually gonna close the blinders because more are probably coming in. It's 9 p.m. There we go, got one. I know quite a few people who comes from Dimps' last game, Dragon Ball The Breakers, are curious about Fractured Daydream. Fractured Daydream is really fun. I feel like it will attract a lot more people, especially if people try out the open beta. I still think it should be there should be an approachable trial sort of version with limited character and player level caps for people to enter and experience the game for free. Still think that is extremely vital. This kind of game requires a non-existent barrier of entry, and they need to achieve that somehow. It's a paid game. It doesn't have zero barrier of entry. So again, a trial version, a free-to-play version with the same level caps as the closed beta, I think that would be sufficient. Maybe limit the roster to one of each class. And there you go, you have your free entry version of the game. I think that would function perfectly. Just its 700-day streak on Duolingo. I still have 3 hours to continue into 460, I believe is where I am at right now. Congrats though. Well done, Dralga. You don't plan on continuing streaming either after you retire? No. No, streaming is part of YouTube. Hey there, Philia. Welcome. How are you doing? It's been a while. The unfortunate thing is the release being so close to Sparking Zero. Everyone keeps mentioning that. I don't think they are direct competitors. Hey, let's do this. Don't forget to like and become a channel member, please. Or you can use Super Chat. I like that.
Eva.
When did she even get here? It took me 2 full live streams to get here. Hey, thank you, Aqua. Thank you, truly appreciate it. She be waking up. That was some cool effects on the tentacles. But like when roaring, I wish there was some rigging on the actual stone face. Thank you, Aqua. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's learn the attack patterns. So far, so good. Is this entire thing happening on sand right now? Oh, full on stun. Let's go. Did not expect a second rotation, but that is fine. Ow! Okay. Got smacked. What am I expecting? Her holding that pose is extremely scary, and the amount of time she actually held on to that pose made it even scarier. Let's land one hit. So far, she hasn't been very threatening. That is something I like. Okay, we cancelled out what seemed like a charging attack. Debuff inflicted. Leak. What are we leaking? Oh wow, okay. This suddenly turned extremely fast. Oh my... Come on, she has like 5% HP. I just need to hit it a bunch of times. Come on. Yes, first try. I may be a little overpowered though. Thanks to my dungeon grind with Scrambled the other day. That may not have been entirely fair. Ah, thank you, Hector Martinez. Thank you. Maybe asking people to become a member does work. Sad I don't do that so often. But thank you guys, seriously. Even he thinks it's impossible, Tralga. Eva had already gotten there not long after you beat the fire boss. Right, they keep mentioning that, and I'm wondering here, hey, why do I have to go through all the mazes to get there if it's so easy to reach?
Jack と出会った時、私はレブナントに飼われる所持物だった。喉を潰され、声を失っていた私。あの人は何も言わずに引き取ってくれた。ずっとその恩返しがしたかった。私には適合者としての素質がある。この体が少しでも彼の役に立てるなら、たとえその結果、人間を捨てることになって。目が覚めたのね、ジャック。傷は痛い。
眠ってしまっていたか。
I wish I could zoom the camera or go into a first-person perspective in scenes like this. I can barely see the statues.
その命令は聞けないわね。私はあなたのために歌うのが好きなの。
Take care, Philia. Yeah, it must be very late for you.
自分を責めないで、ジャック。あなたは優しい人だから。私は。
No worries, mate. No worries. Seriously.
でも最後にもう一度あなたのために歌いたかった。
If you could assign Pokemon to SAO characters, what monster would you give to whom? Oh, that is a very hard question. I cannot reasonably answer on the top of my mind. I have to be prepared with my Pokemon library. I'll give Murkrow to Kirito. Or what was the evolution of Murkrow? Ah, Murkrow fits Kirito much better, not the evolution.
"そんなことないわ。何もかもを失っていた私に、あなたはもう一度光を取り戻してくれた。この声も。そんな顔をしないで、ジャック。いつかはこうなる運命だった。侵害を受け継いだ時から。それでも私は幸せだった。あなたがいてくれたから。
I'm sorry, how did you do that? That sounds like an adventure that you need to speak more of. You can't just leave that as a headline. There has to be context.
あなたはあなたの使命を果たして命を燃やし、運命の時が巡るまで精一杯生きて。
エヴァ、歌ってくれないか、俺のために。
An European. What are you, Jeremy Clarkson, going for the opposites of A and N? Speaking of, when is the last Grand Tour? Should be within a week or two. September 13. Yeah, next week. Looking forward to it. Now the thing about this game, I keep saying this over and over, but I feel like the story is really its weak point. I keep saying this. I'm not sure if it's because I'm streaming at the same time as I'm experiencing these stories, but I can't connect with these characters. There are some really strong emotional points, and I'm like, just looking at it and like, yeah, that would have been emotional if I cared about any of these characters. I don't feel like the game gives me any reason to care about any character. And the fact that I will hit the restore memory button right after the cutscene is over, that knowledge, it also takes a lot away from the potential emotional moment, because I know I'll just re-alive them. There doesn't seem to be any requirement for the re-aliving. I just do it instantly after their cutscene. So that also feels weird. And the emotional response that happens after I re-alive them doesn't quite match the emotional response from the previous cutscene. It feels so much weaker. And they're like, oh shit, she's alive again. Cool. And then move on. I rate the game highly. I rate the story. I can't rate the story. I feel like the story has way too much blanks in between. It feels like the story only progresses when you enter the boss arena, and it's just a lot of personal stuff happening that didn't earn the right for me to care about the personal stuff, the characters themselves. I know, it's weird. But people keep telling me that's how Souls-like games are. The stories, they're not elaborate or anything. They mostly rely on lore. I'm like, okay, if that's how it is, I don't get a say aside from saying that I don't like it. But this scene was better than the other re-aliving scenes, I'll say that much. Feel like a silent hug says a lot.
俺たちはこのままミドを追う。追うって、どこにいるか知ってるのか？侵害を利用した実験を繰り返し、エヴァから複数の侵害を奪って姿を消した。奴の目的はおそらくクイーンの復活だ。そのためにシルバの侵害をも奪うつもりなのだろう。シルバも継承者だったのか。問題はそれだけじゃない。赤い霧、レブナントが渇きにあえぐ霧の牢獄を生み出した世界の果て。あれを作り出しているのはシルバだ。何？どうしてそんな真似を？暴走したクイーンと戦うにはどうしても戦力が必要だった。そのために
I think I'll cook rice today. That's what I've decided.
結果的にクイーンを止めることには成功したが、外の世界には多くの人間たちが暮らしている。赤い霧がなければ血に飢えたレヴナントやロストが野に放たれてしまう。それだけは防がなくてはならなかったんだ。お前たちのようなレヴナントばかりであれば、そんな心配もきっと必要なかったのだろうがな。砦への道を開こう。急げば奴に追いつけるかもしれない。一つ警告しておく。 忘れるなよ。侵害を持つ者は常に暴走の危険をはらんでいるということを。いい目に育ったな、新入り。
I do. The red tends to look sharper. That was the intent. Okay, that could be the last area, right? It looks like a huge castle. We're talking about the queen a lot more than we used to. I feel like we're getting closer to the end of the game.
よし、宿り木に着いた。
Of this place, Crown of Sand, City of Falling Flame. Okay, I'm just tracking it because I need to unlock more zones to unlock more dungeons. Either way, since the chat is so lively, I am now gonna spend a bit answering the chat. As much as I can, at least. Okay, there's the missile, yeah, it's a bit too late for that. And once I catch up with the chat, we're wrapping up the stream. Thank you very much for being lively, by the way. Appreciate that a lot. Why do you like SAO so much? I really enjoy the characters and their interactions. That is basically it. For me to like a series, I need to relate to a character. If I can't, I always find myself questioning why a character does something and why they don't do it a different way and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just questioning everything, and that causes me to not enjoy the series as much. In SAO and some other series, if I can find a character that I can relate to, that can act as a gateway into things, then it becomes really, really enjoyable. Because I can now freely follow the story, and whatever that character is doing, it follows a reasonable path of logic, so to say. And it just becomes enjoyable. I wasn't paying attention that I still had my foot on the pedal and ran into a wall at full speed. There was a huge hole in the wall as a result. It cost me $200 to fix. Was it like the typical American wooden walls that are more like panels rather than walls? I feel like that may be it, because same as Dryalga, when you said you destroyed your wall by running a golf cart through it, my first assumption was that it was concrete, stone proper. You need to collect all the fragments to restore. Oh, so that's why it was either you or someone else that mentioned collecting everything before a boss fight. But with the nature of the game, I was already doing that automatically. I was basically 100%ing the entire map before tackling on the boss anyways. So restoring them was always my default choice. It didn't seem like an additional challenge to do. I understand now, thank you. You should stream more SAO games. I'll definitely do that when there's more SAO games. Fractured Daydream is coming. I'm gonna be streaming the entire weekend, the open beta. And when the game comes out, I'll probably stream a bit more until I share my review. And then the rest will be decided by live. We'll see what happens after that. Now for the side quest, if this game has any. The game has plenty of side quests, but they are basically... you see the guy on the map there by the main missile. They basically give you a task to do, and it's generally easy to do. Sometimes they don't tell you where it exactly is. And at that point I just Google it. I don't have the motivation to actually search for things. But they're all easy tasks and they unlock more dungeons so far from what I experienced. They don't give you much of a story either. I think there are some lore tidbits here and there in the rewards you may get. But that's basically it. God Eater was doing a lot of collabs back in my time. Even Hollow Realization, Sword Online Hollow Realization had the collab outfits for God Eater, if I remember correctly. Hi, before you go, do we know how many raids there are gonna be in Fractured Daydream, I imagine? But no, we do not. So far, the two we know are the Skull Reaper, and now that's going to be featured in the open beta, the Sword Golem. I believe Dorsal is also going to be a raid boss. If I remember correctly from what I read, it's going to be featured at the Tokyo Game Show build that they will have over there. Aside from that, we simply do not know. No information at all. The base was concrete, the rest was wooden panel, yeah. I think that's pretty typical for the Americas, right? Have you seen Pokemon Cerulege? If not, could you look it up and share your opinion on it, maybe? Pokemon Cerulege. Oh, it is an actual Pokemon. Oh, he looks like he has a very cool design. Yeah, that's quite the edgy, nice design. I like it. But just because he has two arms, I'm not gonna go with Kirito. He looks more like a Shaman King character than a Sword Online character. The hair going up gives me the feeling of the spirits in Shaman King. Is it a ghost type Pokemon? I imagine it's a ghost. Yeah, fire ghost. That's nice. Well, I'm gonna be excited for you to finish playing I already finished playing Three Houses. I'm just gonna do an entire new livestream playthrough doing the extreme mode of it. That should cause a lot of frustration for me and a lot of enjoyment for you, hopefully. I'm really hoping the game will have decent replayability. Absolutely, I hope, yeah. And I imagine the DLCs will bring one raid each as well. I don't think they said anything, but I would imagine as a DLC, it'll bring something to the multiplayer as well. It's gonna have a story edition alongside the character itself, so I expect the story boss to be converted into a multiplayer raid boss or a co-op boss and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Thank you very much for watching, Polski. Anyways, seems like I caught up. That's gonna be all the stream. Now I am going to go cook some rice. If that is all. Hector and Aqua, thank you very much for becoming a channel member. And everyone for watching the entire stream. Please, before you go, hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's the last thing. Enjoy your meal, you say. I hate cooking rice. It takes way too long. You have to first water the rice so it kind of gets into a certain mood. Then you need to heat up the thing and then let the rice cook. And after you cook, it's not done, because why would it be done after you're done cooking? You have to just let it sit there, put some towels on top of the closed pan, close the lid, and let it soak. My dude, you've been cooking in boiling water for 30 minutes. Why do you need to soak? But no, it has to. Rice, cooking rice is way too cumbersome for what it provides at the end. A tasteless white mud of things. Why am I cooking rice? I don't know. When my mom or dad does it, they do a good job. But they enjoy cooking, I don't. Yeah, it takes long. My reference point is cooking pasta. 8 minutes. That's as much patience that I have for cooking. 8 minutes. I believe Barilla cooks in 8 minutes. Some may take 13, some may take 5 or 6. 8 is my reference point for the typical Barilla pasta. And anything above 8, unnecessarily long. Something is wrong with this process, please fix it. Thank you. Rice cooker. Who has money for an additional rice cooker? No, I cook with traditional equipment. I do it the Turkish way. It's the right way. Nobody should use a rice cooker. You need to cook it properly. If my camera cable was long enough, I would go do a cooking stream right now, cooking rice. But I can't, because the cable is not long enough, and it's on the other side of the room. Doesn't matter. It's not about the money. It's about rice. Rice is sacred. I just don't like cooking it. I want my parents to cook it. Either way, we're done. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Bye. Rice is serious. You don't go tell me first world problems.